They say time is something no one can steal. But in one forgotten corner of Africa, there was a woman who did not steal time. She borrowed it, and she paid for it with something far more dangerous than money. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear is not just a story. It's a warning our ancestors whispered into the wind and hoped we would never forget. Long before the road tarred and before houses wore zinc roofs, there was a village called Umaja, a place surrounded by tall Iroko trees and red earth that clung stubbornly to bare feet. Umaja was not rich, but it was balanced. The rains came when they should, children laughed loudly, elders slept peacefully, and in the center of the village stood an ancient market square, older than memory itself. The ground there was darker, richer, and elders warned children never to play there after sunset. Some places, they said, remember too much. Among the people of Umaja lived a woman named Nkiru. Nkiru was beautiful in a quiet way, not the kind that shouted for attention, but the kind that made people turn twice. Her eyes were sharp, her smile was rare, and her life was hard. Her husband had died young, leaving her with 3 children and no farmland worth mentioning. Every day was a calculation. Each meal was a victory, but hunger does something dangerous to the human heart. It makes tomorrow feel like a luxury. One evening, when the sun dipped low and the market stalls were being dismantled, Nkiru lingered behind. She had sold almost nothing that day. Her youngest child had cried himself to sleep the night before, whispering, "Mama, what will we eat tomorrow?" That question had followed her like a shadow. As she turned to leave, she heard a voice. Not loud, not soft, just there. Nkiru, she froze. No one was supposed to be in the square. Slowly, she turned. Sitting beneath the Iroko tree was an old woman she had never seen before. Her wrapper was grey, her back bent like a question mark, and her eyes, her eyes were far too young for her face. "You stayed," the old woman said, smiling. "That means you're ready." "Ready for what?" Nkiru asked, her voice tight. "To borrow," the woman replied. The woman introduced herself as Ma Ejiro. She said she had been watching Nkiru for a long time, watching her suffer, watching her endure. "I can give you what you want," Ma Ejiro said calmly. "Food, comfort, ease." Nkiru laughed bitterly. "If you have food, why are you sitting under a tree like a beggar?" Ma Ejiro chuckled. "Because appearances are a game for the foolish." Then she leaned closer. "I do not give food, I give time." Nkiru frowned. "Time? Yes, I can move your tomorrow into today." The words made no sense, and yet they made too much sense. Ma Ejiro explained, "For every year of comfort you take now, you will repay me later. Not with money, not with blood, but with years of your life." Nkiru's chest tightened. "And if I refuse?" Mama Ejiro shrugged. "Then tomorrow remains uncertain, hunger remains loyal, and your children learn what it means to go without." Silence stretched between them. Finally, Nkiru whispered, "How many years?" The agreement was simple. Nkiru would receive 10 years of abundance. In return, Ma Ejiro would return one day to collect. No date, no warning, just one day. The moment Nkiru agreed, the wind shifted. The market square felt heavier. Ma Ejiro smiled once more and vanished. Not walking, not running, just gone. That night, Nkiru returned home to find sacks of yam at her door, smoked fish, palm oil, even cloth. Her children stared at her like she had become magic. And so it began. The years of plenty. For 10 years, Nkiru's life transformed. Her children grew strong and educated. Her house expanded. Her name carried weight in the village. People admired her resilience. She suffered, but she rose, they said. But there was a problem. Nkiru stopped counting birthdays. She avoided mirrors. At night, she dreamt of Iroko trees whispering her name. Because deep inside, she knew. Borrowed time always demands repayment. On the morning her youngest child was to be married, Nkiru woke to silence. No birds, no wind. And sitting on a stool in her compound was Maejiro, unchanged, waiting. "It is time," Maejiro said gently. Nkiru's knees buckled. "Please," she begged. "My children need me. Take something else." Maejiro shook her head. "We borrow tomorrow. Today has arrived." With a single touch, Nkiru felt something leave her. Not pain, not blood, just weight. From that day, Nkiru aged rapidly. Her hair grayed, her back bent, her strength faded. Her children were confused. Doctors found nothing wrong. Elders whispered. And one night, Nkiru gathered her children and told them everything. "Never borrow what you cannot see," she warned, especially not time. She died before the next planting season. And guess what? The story does not end here. The village remembers. Years later, another woman lingered in the market square after sunset, and beneath the Iroko tree, someone waited. Finally, the moral lesson of this story. There's an adage my people say: hunger can be endured, poverty can be escaped, but shortcuts taken in desperation often lead to longer suffering. If you ever find yourself tempted by an easy tomorrow, ask this question: what will it cost your future? Because time, once borrowed, always comes back for its own.